And I don't know whether to wish you luck or offer my sympathy.
I'll probably need both.
I know this is a great personal sacrifice on your part, Judge Holland. Thank you for making it.
Well, I'll do the best I can, Governor.
Then my worries are over.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
Hi, Dad. We won tonight.
Good.
Father, wasn't that Governor Rice?
Yes, it was.
So what? You should have seen this baby break records. 88 miles an hour, that's all.
That's fine, son.
Father, what was the governor doing here?
Let's go in the library. This is something that concerns all of us. Sit down, children.
Gee, what is it, Dad?
Well, before I tell either of you anything, I want to know just what you've been doing today, Tommy.
Worked out in the garage as usual.
No time off?
Yeah, stopped in for a chocolate malt.
On your way to or from the Marine Recruiting Office? They were suspicious about your age. They called me to check.
That's why they turned me down, huh?
Yes, that's why. You've become quite a problem, son, not just because of this episode today, but other things. Driving a car without a license. These new notions you have about not going to college and earning more money than is good for you. But I think I found a solution. You're going to the state prison for the next 2 months.
Why? Just for trying to enlist in the Marines?
No, I'm sorry. That was a clumsy joke. We're all going. That's what the governor came to see me about. He brought along a civil commission report. Everything's going on at that prison. It's the worst scandal in the history of the state. Well, he wants me to take over, become warden.
But it'll mean giving up the bench. That's your work.
Well, my work is wherever I can do most good in these trying times.
I suppose you're right. Well, everything is going to be changed anyway with Tommy going away to college in the fall.
Sure, so in the meantime, I'll get a room down by the garage.
Oh, no, you're coming with us.
And miss the racing finals?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing doing. And besides, I'm not giving up my job to go to any prison.
Well, I dislike using my authority, Tommy, but if you're going to take that tone, there's nothing left for me to do. You're going with us. You understand?
Oh, gee, Dad.
Poor Ken. He had his heart set on racing his car in the finals.
I know it, Ann, but I haven't time to worry about him now, not with this job on my hands.
That's the new warden in this family we just dropped off here. Oh, is that Judge Holland? That's him.
I was told somebody be here to meet us.
Maybe we're supposed to hike it to the prison, Father. Hey, here comes a big black job. Maybe that's for us.
Judge Holland? That's right. I'm McCafferty, deputy warden. Glad to meet you. This is my daughter, Ann.
How do you do?
My son, Tommy.
Tommy,
Pleased to meet you.
this is Rogers, your chauffeur, Warden.
Rogers?
Well, shall we go?
Yes.
I'm sorry I wasn't here when you arrived, Warden, but we had a little trouble again at the prison this morning.
So I understand.
Jump in the front seat, son.
What was the trouble all about this morning, McCafferty?
Well, sir, you see, the news got around, as it has the uncommon habit of doing, that you were arriving today. And,
Couldn't be that the lads were staging a little demonstration in my honor.
more of a loud demonstration, Warden.
Well, I probably sentenced about a third of them to their prison terms.
Yes, so don't expect to be a hero to them, Father.
This job is going to take a bit of doing, McCafferty.
You're right, sir. It won't be any cinch.
I think we can handle it, though.
Take the warden's bags right into his apartment, Rogers.
Quite convenient. Pleasant enough office.
But definitely needing a woman's touch.
Reserve the touches for the apartment, young lady. I'll handle the office.
You overlook the yard from here, too.
Oh. Have the boys right where I can keep my eye on them, huh?
Hey, they're all out there now.
They've been locked up for over 2 weeks. Things got pretty rough this morning, and I thought if I'd let them out in the yard, it would quiet them down a bit.
They're just standing there, looking up here.
Father, I'm afraid.
Oh, no, you're quite safe. They can't harm you with noise.
Gee, it looks like we might have some excitement.
Get away from that window, Tommy.
I'll have that stop right away, Warden. Hello?
You ain't lasting a week here. Beat it while you and your family can still walk out.
Captain Pearson? McCafferty speaking. Get your boys in the yard. Get all the men back in their cells.
Never mind that, McCafferty.
Hold on, Pearson. What was that, Warden?
Leave the men in the yard.
Never mind right now, Pearson.
You people wait here.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to call their bluff.
They're a mean lot, Warden, and in a dangerous frame of mind right now.
So am I. I don't intend to let them think they frighten me. I'd have no more control over this prison than a canary.
Pearson. Pearson speaking. Round up your men and get out in the yard. The warden has just gone out. Maybe trouble.
Okay, Mac.
Hello, Charlie.
How are you, Judge?
Been here a long time, haven't you? This seems to be the time for us to begin to understand each other. Apparently, there's been some doubt in the past as to who is supposed to run this prison.
The inmates or the duly appointed warden. I think you lads had better know that as long as I'm warden here, I intend to run the prison. Yes, my way, and by my rules. My rules will not be soft. From now on, any privileges given to you men will be earned, and earned the hard way. Fine young men and boys are out fighting, giving up their lives for you. Women and girls are making sacrifices, paying taxes to support you. And if any of you are entertaining peculiar ideas, I'm giving an order to the guards that if I'm ever held as hostage in an inmate's attempt to break out of here, the guards will shoot to kill, including me, rather than have one man escape. That's all I have to say for now, boys. Think it over.
Wow, that was really something.
Are things going to be like this all the time, Mr. McCafferty?
Do you think they'll try to make a break?
Not the way your father's taking hold.
Oh, gee, I thought we were going to have a little fun.
Tom is not really as tough as he sounds, Mr. McCafferty.
There you go again, pretending I'm still a kid.
Well, what are you, son?
I'm a first-class mechanic.
Oh, have you finished school yet?
You bet I have.
He's finished high school, and he's going to college in the fall. He's not quite 17 yet.
So I'm not quite 17, and next year I won't be quite 18. But the minute I am, you won't find my nose stuck in any book. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to wash my hands.
Well, now that you've settled that, come and look at the apartment with Tommy and me.
Oh, you go ahead, dear. I have some things to discuss with Mr. McCafferty.
But we just got here. Can't business wait a few minutes?
Not this business. You get busy with that woman's touch, huh? McCafferty. By the way, what is your first name?
With a handle like McCafferty, your name's naturally Mac from age 10 on.
Well, Mac, we've got a tough job on our hands. Tougher than I realized. I'm suspending the present rules and regulations immediately. We'll post a new set tomorrow.
It'll be easier writing the rules than enforcing them.
They'll be enforced. Now, what about your guards? Are they competent, trustworthy?
A couple of the boys are still doing favors for the inmates, taking out notes and such.
Any man who'll carry a note out is just as likely to carry a weapon in. We've got to stop that.
I know the men responsible. I was waiting for you to take over to deal with them. You want to see them tomorrow?
See them right now. Let's start to work, Mac.
Right.
This evidence is pretty definite that you three men have accepted bribes from the inmates, smuggled notes out, and did other favors for them. Have you anything to say?
Warden, I've got a wife and a kid. Give me another chance. I only did it because I had to.
I disagree that you had to. You should have thought of your family before this. You men have proven that you can't be trusted. Now, I don't want to take a job away from any man. Neither can I afford to have you working here. All three are dismissed.
That's all, boys. First time I've seen action around this office in several years.
You'll see a lot more. Let's get busy with those new regulations.
Yes, sir.
No more movies until you earn them. No talking, only insults and doing recreation.
How do you like that?
Visits only once a month. 1 letter a month. Solitary for refusing to wake. Why, that dumb flathead.
Don't be stupid, Jenkins.
Who cracked?
I did. You're just making it tougher on everybody else. Why don't you get smart?
Why don't you run to the warden and tell him Hobie Jenkins just ripped down his nice new set of rules and regulations?
Come on, break it up. You two, come with me. Come here.
Outside, boys. Come on. What is this? Come on. All right.
If I can't find out who hit that guard and pull down that bulletin, you're all going to suffer. Now then, who was it?
Let me take him downstairs for a few minutes, Warden. I'll find out who did it.
I won't stand for any strong-arm tactics in this prison. Remember that, Pearson. We have a proper punishment system.
Say, Warden,
Yes?
I got a confession to make.
Go ahead, Bowser.
It was him. You make a rotten liar, Bowser.
Take them out. You. What'd you say your name was?
Purcell, sir.
You stay.
Yes, sir.
All right, get moving.
What's your first name?
Steve, sir.
You seem like an intelligent man, Steve. You don't look as if you belong here at all.
Thank you, sir.
I think you're too smart to want to shield hoodlums like that. Who hit that guard?
I'm sorry, sir. I can't say.
You were right there when it happened.
Yes, sir.
What's your job here, Purcell?
Teaching in the school, sir.
Do you want to lose that job and do solitary besides?
No, sir, I don't.
Then, confound it, man, who hit that guard and ripped down that bulletin?
Warden, I can't say.
Get out there with the others.
Yes, sir.
What's the usual punishment in a case like that?
10 days for you after that.
Make it 15 days in solitary.
That's a pretty tough stretch, Warden.
We've got to be tough, Mac. I don't believe those men understand anything else.
15 it is.
Come in, come in. Oh, I forgot all about lunch.
Here, let me help you.
God, it's heavy.
Thank you, darling.
Fine thing, stalling around till 2 o'clock. That's no way to start off with a new cook.
Well, you don't have to worry about him quitting.
That's one consolation. That looks good. I didn't realize I was hungry.
You're hopeless, and so is Tommy. How can I make them show up for meals on time, Mr. McCafferty?
Oh, I'm accounted for. What's happened to Tommy?
Oh, he's around someplace.
Do you know where the boy is?
He was down talking to my inmate clerks. Is that all for now, Warden?
If you see Tommy, tell him his lunch is waiting, will you?
Right.
Father,
Yes, dear.
I hope we weren't wrong.
For what?
About making Tommy give up his job and come here till school starts.
We left him in town on that job. We never pry him loose to go to college. Besides, he might have taken it into his hot young head to join the Navy this time, and we might not have been as lucky as we were when he tried to join the Marines.
Hi, everybody. What's for lunch?
Chicken, Creole style, specialty of our new cook.
Why didn't you show up for lunch at the proper time, Tommy?
I forgot.
Don't let it happen again, will you, please?
No, sir.
What were you doing downstairs?
I was just trading scuttlebutt with a couple of the boys.
I wish you wouldn't do that.
Oh, why not?
For one thing, it's bad for discipline. Wouldn't hurt to brush up on your studies. You've always been behind in history, you know.
Dad, I don't want to read history.
I know you want to make it. Well, the United States government says you're too young. As long as they say that, you'll have to do what I say, I'm afraid.
Father knows it isn't easy for you, don't you, Father?
Of course. I realize you have problems, Tommy. I'm putting you back on an allowance, by the way, and incidentally, I'm increasing it a bit.
I don't want to take your money.
Oh, now, don't be proud. If I won't let you, the least I can do is put your bills here. Now, go on in the apartment and have your lunch. It's waiting for you.
Thanks, Dad.
That was generous of you, and he appreciates it.
Don't you worry about Tommy. He's able to take care of himself.
I'll go in and see that he has his lunch. That was nice of him, wasn't it, Tommy? Increasing your allowance, I mean.
Yeah, sure it was. He can't afford it, even the $3. But that has to last me a whole week, less than I can make in half a day.
Oh, come on, forget about it now. Let's have some food. Here's another letter from your mysterious friend.
It's a wonder you don't open my mail and censor it.
Oh, Tommy. Well, what do you know? Helen Perigo's getting married. Remember that nice Marine she met at her cousin's? Well, they've been writing each other. Now he's proposed by mail and... What's wrong, Tommy?
Huh? What do you mean, what's wrong?
Can I help?
Unless you got $95 you don't need.
Oh, Tommy, you haven't gotten yourself into another jam.
Well, it wasn't anything to worry about until I had to come up here. I was in a collision with that guy. Of course, he found out I didn't have a driver's license, so I had to cough up for the damage. Plus a little extra to keep him from blabbing to Dad.
Well, that's blackmail.
Certainly it's blackmail. That doesn't help matters. I could take care of it with the money I was making before, and I'll be able to again once I get out of this prison. It's a cinch I can't pay for it out of my allowance.
Well, can't you explain things to this man?
I have, but he knows he's got me over a barrel. Threatens to phone Dad.
Oh, that'd be awful. I'll never forget the night you were picked up and Father forbade you to drive again. And you promised you wouldn't.
Oh, don't start on that again.
No, it's too late now. I know. I can ask Father to advance my allowance for a couple of months.
Oh, forget it. I'm not taking money from any girl, not even you.
But, Tommy...
I'm sorry I told you about it. Put it out of your mind, do you hear? I'll work it out.
How?
I don't know how. I'll manage it some way. Hiya, beautiful. Not late for dinner, am I?
No, thank goodness. But Father's plenty annoyed at you for taking the car without asking.
Oh, forget it.
Where'd you go?
Into town. What's for dinner?
Calf's liver. Was it about the $95?
Yeah. Did you say liver?
Yes, it's good for you. Well, what about the money?
I told you, you can forget about it. It's all fixed up. Come on, make with a fee.
How'd you fix it?
With the loan company. Hey, you're pretty smooth, even if you are my sister.
Oh, Tommy, I'm so afraid you'll get into another jam.
Well, what if I do? I'll get out of it. I always get out of it, don't I?
Yes, and sometimes I think it'd be a good thing if you didn't. You're too smart, Tommy. I mean that. School is easy for you. You can build a jalopy out of a couple of bolts and a tin can. You're good at everything. Your brain and your hands are quick, and you've made them pay off. Sometimes I wish you were just an ordinary boy with ordinary ability.
Holy cow. Are you crazy? But you know something? You're kind of cute.
Don't!
Anything wrong, Mac?
I'm afraid so, Warden.
What's the matter?
We're going to have to find you a new chauffeur.
Well, what happened to Rogers?
We just found out he's been the new mailman for the boys. We found 2 letters and $10 on him.
Confound it. How do the men get the money to buy this stuff? They don't handle any cash.
The connection boys always have a way of getting their hands on cash. Pretty tough to stop.
Have you anybody in mind to take Rogers' place?
A couple of men might do. One of them's Purcell, that fellow we had in here several weeks ago.
Yeah. I remember him.
He's taken his punishment right on the chin.
What's he sentenced for?
Embezzlement, 3 to 6 years, and in 6 months. First offense. He had a good job. He and his brother worked in the same place. He got a fairly light sentence because his brother promised to pay back the money.
What's his prison record?
Very good. He was a model prisoner up until that guard slugging fracas. I'd say he's the man for the job.
All right, Mac. Bring him in.
Yes, sir.
Hard work, that rock quarry, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Better than solitary, though, eh?
Yes, sir.
I have you in mind for something better, Purcell.
Thank you, sir.
The point is, are you willing to work with the warden in the future or against him like you did in that fracas at the bulletin board?
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. McCafferty, I'll work with him as long as he doesn't ask me to do anything that isn't fair.
Just what do you mean?
In the time I've been here, sir, I've discovered there's a set of laws among the inmates just as rigid as those made by your courts. I'm in here serving a sentence for violating your laws. When I get out, I don't want to serve a sentence for violating theirs. In other words, Warden, I'm determined to be a law-abiding citizen. They can't persuade me to break your laws, and you can't make me break theirs.
You got a lot of nerve coming in here telling the warden what he can do or what he can't do.
I realize I've talked myself out of a job, but I want to let you know where I stand. Thank you, sir, for even considering me.
I'm sorry, Warden. I sure picked the wrong man for the job.
No, Mac. This time you picked the right one. Come in.
Coffee for the what? Oh, I'm sorry, Father. I didn't know you were busy.
It's quite all right. This is something that concerns you anyway. I'm making Purcell here our new chauffeur. This is my daughter.
Hello.
Miss Howland, I'll be much cleaner when I report for work.
I'm sure you will.
You'll start work tomorrow, Purcell. Your hours will be irregular, and you'll be on call at any time.
Yes, sir. And thank you again, sir.
Well, what do you think? You have to pass on all servants, you know.
Oh, I thought he looked very nice, Father.
You'll have nothing to worry about with him.
Can't understand an intelligent-looking boy like that ever being in a prison.
Curious, isn't it? He interests me, that lad, and he has a peculiar sense of what's right. Well, how about my coffee?
The warden's car is ready any time. Okay.
How many stick-ups did you do altogether? In your whole life, I mean.
Oh, probably a couple of hundred.
And you only got grabbed 3 times?
Sure.
Gee, that's pretty good.
Smart guy can go a long time. Yeah.
Sure looks like it.
Here's your wrenches, Joe.
Okay.
Hey, kid, can I see you a minute?
Car's all ready, Steve.
Okay. Hey, Tommy, your sister wants to know if you're coming to town with her.
Tell her no, I'm going to mess around here this afternoon.
Wait a minute, Tommy. You dropped something.
Thanks.
I'll tell you you're not coming.
Steve. Steve.
I'm sorry, Miss Howland. Where do you want to go first?
The mode shop. I want to pick up my new dress for the mayor's party Saturday night. Is there something on your mind, Steve?
Well, sort of. It means butting into your private affairs, Miss Anne.
Something about Tommy?
I just want to say it'd be wise of your father to keep him away from the prisoners. He's not doing himself any good hanging around them.
You're a very unusual person for
For a convict?
Oh, yes. Steve. Now, if I'm too personal, just tell me to shut up, but would you mind terribly saying what you were sentenced to prison for?
For embezzlement.
Oh. It's taking money that belongs to somebody else. You must have had an awfully good reason.
You ready, honey? Why are you so silent?
I was just talking to Tommy.
What's he done now?
I don't know that he's done anything. It's just that he's changed so these last 6 weeks. He doesn't seem like my kid brother anymore.
But he isn't, darling. He's growing up.
Growing up the wrong way. He's gotten so hard and sly and sort of slick. Father, I think we were wrong to bring him here among all these criminals.
I'll grant you environment is important, but so is heredity. If a lad has good stuff in him, a tough environment will only make him stronger. And I think Tommy has good stuff.
Oh, so do I. But he's not like you or me. He's like Mother. He needs sympathy and understanding and praise.
I'll have a talk with him tomorrow. I suppose I have neglected him this summer. It's this job that takes up all my time. Anyway, I'll try to make it up to him in the next 2 weeks. Come in.
Oh, I beg your pardon, Warden.
Yes, ma'am.
2 men were missing on the evening count.
Did you catch them?
Yes, sir. As they tried to get out through the vent in the bakery.
Good. They talk?
They had outside help.
What kind of help?
A car waiting outside the wall. The guards spotted it, but it got away.
Have you got a list of the visitors these 2 men have had?
Neither of them have had a visitor in nearly 6 months.
Yeah, but they got word out. How?
They told us how, Warden.
Well, what are you acting so funny about, Mac? How do they do it?
They claim your son Tommy took a note out for them.
Tommy?
They said it wasn't the first time. This had been going on for quite a while now.
Father, what are you going to do?
What's the matter?
Is this true that you've been carrying messages out of here for the convicts?
Who says I have?
The 2 men who tried to escape tonight, they say you have. Well, answer me. Is it true?
Keep your hands off me!
It's true, all right. I can see it in your face.
Father.
Oh, now stay out of this, please, Anne. I've listened to you too much as it is. I've tried to reason with him, treat him as an adult. And what he needed was a good old-fashioned whaling with a razor strap.
Let go of me!
You contemptible little pup.
Take good care of my razor, will you, sis?
You know I will.
Well, guess that's it.
Everything else is in the car.
Yeah, everything but the condemned man.
You can't start out with an attitude like that.
Why can't I?
Oh, Tommy, don't you realize this is your chance to prove what you're made of? If you buckle down and study hard and make good grades at school, Father knows.
I don't care what he knows. We're quits.
Don't talk like that, please. Father's giving you this chance to go off to school as if nothing had happened. Please stop by and tell him you're grateful.
Grateful for exchanging one prison for another? You're a sap to go on living here with him. Why don't you get out? You're of age.
Tommy,
What?
aren't you going to kiss me goodbye?
Sure.
Now go in and say goodbye to Father. He's waiting in his office. Go.
Oh, come on, Ann. Peeking out that window won't bring Tommy home any sooner. Now, hand me the star, will you? You know something? This is as old as you are.
Wouldn't be Christmas without it. Oh, Father, won't it be wonderful to have Tommy home for the holidays?
You bet it will. I'm going to make this the best Christmas you kids have ever had.
Every Christmas has been the best.
Say, Ann, take another squint out the window, will you?
You're just as anxious as I am. The car's driving in. He's here. Oh, get that out of the way. These packages aren't even wrapped.
Tommy wasn't on the train.
He wasn't on the train?
No, sir. This telegram came for you while I was waiting.
Thank you, Steve. It's probably from him. Most likely delayed. Dear Sis, sorry to disappoint you, but I'm not doing any more time in prison or in school. From now on, I'm on my own. Merry Christmas, Tommy.
On his own? Well. All right. I hope you'll never regret it.
How's Father been?
Fine. Only I don't think he'd approve of your sitting up here in front with me.
You don't approve either, do you? Well, at least you can say you missed me while I was away.
Okay, I missed you.
You certainly don't act much like it. Should have gone away last summer, too, the way Father wanted. But I was still so sure then Tommy would come back. No word of him while I was gone.
Nope.
Do you realize it'll be 2 years this Christmas since he disappeared? Steve, what do you suppose has happened to him?
I imagine he's been in the service all along. If not with our forces, then with the Canadians.
You know, Steve, you're really a wonderful person.
What caused that outburst?
I have a confession to make. While I was in the city, I looked up your brother. I met his wife and children, too.
That was nice of you. How are they?
Grateful, Steve. Indescribably grateful. You don't have to pretend with me any longer. They told me the truth.
What do you mean, the truth about what?
About why you're in prison. They admitted that your brother took the money and you took the blame.
They shouldn't have told you or anybody else about that.
Well, I don't think they intended to until they discovered how I feel about you.
I've got a lot of things to tell you when I get out, Ann.
I'll be waiting to hear them, Steve.
Might not be so long at that. Your father tells me the parole might come through this time.
Oh, Steve.
Six new fish, Mac.
All right, bring him in.
Okay, Charlie.
Go on.
Line up. Here.
Joseph Cezak, arson, 40 years. Like to play with matches, eh, boy?
I like to burn rats. And I'd have fried 2 big ones, only they was lucky and got out.
Louis Mullaney, burglary, 20 years. Peter Schmidt, murder, life sentence. Martin Deutsch. Manslaughter, 10 to 20.
Yeah, it's framed again, Mac.
Somebody must have been framed. Tried for murder, and your lawyer gets you off with a manslaughter rap.
Yeah, well, I'm taking a can of him for letting me get bothered like this at all.
Pete Moran, robbery, 40 years. You're a stupid guy, Pete. You got out of here less than a year ago, and you're back already. The next time you get out, you'll be too old to lift a gun. Frank O'Reilly, robbery, 10 to 20 years. Why an Irishman has to... Frank O'Reilly, arrested with Pete Moran. The warden will speak to you men after you're outfitted and checked in. Take him along.
Come on, man. Let's go.
This is going to be pretty tough on the old man. And the boy apparently looked up Moran and got talked into making some easy money with him. It's mighty lucky for Tommy, this theater manager Moran shot during the holdup didn't die.
I suppose it's stupid to think we could keep this away from the newspapers.
Most of the guards know Tommy. They'll blab it to their families. It'll be all over town in a day.
What are you going to do?
Nothing. The boy will receive no special treatment.
Yes, sir.
Father, may I see him?
No special treatment, I said. You may see him when the rules permit. You men are now inmates of the state penitentiary. You're expected to obey all the rules and regulations of this institution. The better you behave, the more willingly you work, the easier it'll be for you. We have a reputation. We have a reputation of being a tough prison. That all depends on the men confined here. If the inmates want to be tough, we're tough with them. When they play fair with us, we'll do the same. And that goes for you too, Knight. Around here, I make the rules. You obey them.
Did I say anything?
One of the rules forbids talking. Except in your cell and during recreation.
Well, I was only trying to be
One
charming.
more word out of you and you'll start your prison term in solitary confinement. That's all I have to say to you men. If you're smart, you'll behave yourselves. Take them away.
Could I see you a minute alone, Warden?
One thing I forgot. There are boxes placed around the prison marked Warden. Any convict wanting to talk to me drops a written request in one of those boxes.
About face, man. All right, let's go.
Hiya, Butch. What are you doing in here? Hiya, boys.
Smith! In here. In here.
Hiya, Deutsch. We heard you was coming.
It's like old times, huh?
Come on, never mind that. Dutch, in here.
Hiya, Deutsch, old boy. Give me the ham hock. How you feeling?
Well, it looks like you guys are glad I'm in this rat nest.
Come on, move up. You're in here, Mr. O'Reilly.
Hey, kid. Hey. You in the next cell.
Yeah?
What is this with you? Every guy in the joint's doing a take when they spot your kisser. What's the angle?
Well, I might as well spill it. Enough guys in this joint know it already. The warden's my father.
Well, you got the greatest setup I ever heard, kid. You'll probably be moving in with your old man.
You don't know my old man.
Ah, sure, I know he's got to fake it. But you'll get a sleigh ride through here and be out of here before you know it.
I hope you're right.
I'm always right, kid. The name is Marty to my friends.
Mine's Tommy.
Okay, kid, you and I are going to get along. You're all right.
Hey, Tommy. We can use a good first baseman. How about it?
Tommy. Who's the rover boy? Come here. I want to talk to you. You know, you're sure getting a business, kid. I never thought your old man would give you a deal like that.
I told you you didn't know him.
Yeah, you can knock me down with a feather. I thought sure you'd figure some way to get me out of here before this. Looks like we might have to take matters in our own midst, huh? Who's the welfare worker with the baseball team?
Steve Purcell, my father's chauffeur.
Oh, the warden's chauffeur, huh? He must be in and out of this joint half the day.
What about it?
Oh, nothing, except maybe we ought to be kind of nice to that guy, kid.
Huh?
With a setup like that, he might be able to do us a lot of good. A lot of good.
A new roommate, Purcell.
Hi, Tommy. Sure could have used you in that ball game today.
Is this your bright idea to have me put in here with you?
No?
Oh, so my old man thought it up, huh? So you can tell him everything I say and do.
Look, Tommy, your father wants to keep you away from these habitual criminals. Why don't you get that chip off your shoulder? You get along much better that way.
Don't worry about me. I'll get along. They're not going to keep me breaking rock. You can bet all the gold in your teeth on that.
I know how you feel, kid. I was the same way at first.
Hey, Marty, I'm getting fed up with this stuff. When are we going to blow this joint off?
Pretty soon now. It won't be long.
You got that angle on Purcell figured out yet?
Not yet, but I'll think of something.
Hey, how's about if I become a stool pigeon? See, I get policy with the warden.
You better keep your noggin away from my hammer, Harry. It's pretty hard to tell it from these rocks. I got plans for that kid, too.
Where's he come in?
I'll take him along just in case. Can't do better than having the warden's son with you.
It ain't so smart trusting him. Might go soft and shoot his yap off.
I don't tell him anything about it until we're sure he's ready to go. How you doing, kid?
Rotten.
2 months on this rock pile don't make sense. Your old man could have done better for his son than this.
I'm not his son anymore. I'm just a number.
Take it easy, kid. Not so loud.
I'm getting sick of taking it, easy or otherwise. I'm getting sick of this old dirty, rotten joint. Getting sick of pounding on these filthy rocks all day. This is a job for morons.
That ought to just about suit you. Get to work.
Don't you call me a moron?
I'll do worse than that if you don't get to work.
Well, you will you?
Take!
You'll get the hole for this.
Well, it's about time to go to bed, I expect.
I want to read a little more. You run along, dear.
Now it's Tuesday.
What?
It's the beginning of another day. The 8th that Tommy's been down there in solitary. Oh, Father, why won't you try to get him out of here? You can do it. You can't just shake your head as if you had no responsibility. You're his father. Daddy, please do something.
What can I do the way he's acting? If he weren't so defiant. If he'd only meet us halfway.
How can you expect him to trust us? We confused and thwarted him all along.
Yes, you're right, and I'm partly to blame for his being here. But the fact remains he did break the law. Why, he might have killed that guard. And he must be punished for it the same as any other inmate.
Oh, Father. There's just no solution to all this. I'm sorry. I didn't mean all the things I said. It's just...
I know, dear. I know. Oh, you run along and try to get some sleep.
Good night.
Good night, Charlie.
Over number 3, Al. His time's up. All right, Tommy, come on out.
Hello, sis.
I asked to see you just as soon as you got out. Father hated to put you into solitary, Tommy, but he had to. You don't know what he's been going through. He lies awake nights thinking about you down there.
I haven't been sleeping so well myself.
Let's sit down a minute. Now look, darling, these past days are over. Forget about them and start fresh from right now. You'll be in with Steve again and he'll help you get straightened out.
That stool pigeon.
You're all wrong about him. Tommy, do you remember when we were little and used to tell each other secrets that nobody else knew? Well, I'm going to tell you something now that I can't tell another soul in the world, not even Father. Steve didn't do anything wrong. He doesn't belong here.
That's what every guy in this joint says.
But it's true with him. His older brother stole that money, and Steve took the blame so his brother's family wouldn't suffer. They told me he didn't.
Joe Hero, huh? He's even dumber than I thought. Why are you so interested in him? You're not falling for that guy, are you?
I'm going to marry him as soon as he's free.
That does it. This place has got you, too. I've always thought of you as somebody to depend on. When we were kids and I used to fight with the old man, even through this mess. But now you calmly say you're going to hook up with a guy that's done time. I'll get even with him if it's the last thing I do.
Tommy, please.
And as for the warden, you can tell him I've taken all the punishment and dirty work I intend to take. From now on, I'm dishing it out. Come on, Flatfoot, let me out of here.
I'm getting the jeebies, Marty. I don't think we're ever going to work that angle we need.
We'll work it out somehow.
Wish you guys would let me in on the plan.
You'll know all about it when we're ready, kid.
There's our pigeon now.
I don't care what you birds say. That guy's not so dumb. Working that chauffeur setup for himself.
He's plenty dumb for my dough. Doing a stretch for somebody else.
What do you mean?
He's taking the rap for a job his brother pulled. His brother's got a family, so this bird says he took the dough and goes to the can for it.
That little info may do the trick, kid. You guys stick around. Can I see a minute, Steve?
I'm busy. Too busy to talk about your brother? How'd you know I had a brother?
I know a lot of things, and I'm going to use them unless you cooperate.
Cooperate in what?
Me and the boys are going out of here with your help.
You've got even less brains than I gave you credit for, Deutsch.
Let's cut out the cute stuff, Purcell. You're doing a bit in this can for a job your brother pulled.
Is that so?
Yeah. Now, your brother's a respectable family man. One word from me and my lawyer blows the lid off of this case. Your brother winds up a dead pigeon, and you've served 2 years in the can for nothing. You get the picture?
Go on.
Let's you and I go over and have a talk. Look, Steve. Every Saturday you drive the warden's car in the prison grounds for the garage mechanics to check over now, don't you?
Yes.
You pick it up at the same time and drive it out the back gate, right?
You seem to know it all pretty well.
That gate is open about 3 minutes to 4. We'll go through before the guard figures the deal.
And I become an escaped convict. Do I look that stupid?
You don't become nothing. We let you out a few miles from the joint. Don't worry about anybody getting hurt. We haven't got any guns. You haven't got an out, Steve. You've got a date for Saturday.
What time is it?
8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. What's the difference?
Did you go to town tonight?
Yeah, why? Do my going to town tonight have anything to do with that break tomorrow?
What break?
Look, Tommy, I'm not as dumb as you seem to think. I realize Ann must have told you about my brother, and you passed it along to Deutsch. Why'd you do it?
Because I'm not going to have my sister marry any jailbird.
Coming from you, that's funny.
Well, let's see you laugh it off.
You know I can't. I've got to go through with it tomorrow. You don't. Stay out of it, Tommy.
Still the hero, huh? Still trying to play big brother.
Big brother to you? I should say not. You know, if your father had tanned your hide a little more often, you might have amounted to something. Listen to me, Tommy. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you to stay out of that break tomorrow on the count of Ann. I even believe what you've done to me, you did for her good. It's bad enough me being in it. Don't make it any worse, Tommy. Stay clear of it tomorrow. For her sake.
You really love her, don't you?
That's right.
Yeah. And she loves you.
with that car yet? It's nearly 4 o'clock.
Just finished.
What are you doing here?
Purcell just got sick. Said for me to take the car around to my father and explain.
You can't do that unless you've got an assignment for it.
Look, the warden's waiting for his car. You can drive to the gate with me and phone his office for an okay.
I'll phone him from here.
Here, take care of that guy. I'm getting out of here.
What happened to Purcell?
Hey, Marty's closing the gate. Open that gate. Why, you
No,
dirty...
wait a minute. Wait a minute. We may need him.
Why don't you guys get smart? They're wise, Marty. We gotta get out of here.
All right, that cell block. Bring this monkey along.
Get going. Come on. Get going.
Go on, get in there. Go on.
Get in here.
All right, we stand them up in here. They'll open that gate and neither of you screws leave here alive. Colby, watch that window.
Where are they now?
Cell block F.
Well, clear the yard. Get every man out of it.
Warden, Tommy's in on this break with Deutsch.
Tommy.
You wait here, dear.
Hold it, Warden. Deutsch and every one of his men are armed.
I'll give you 1 minute, Howland, to open that gate. If that gate isn't open and all of your guards out of sight in 60 seconds, we're tossing out one of your men. Dead.
Don't be a fool, Deutsch. There's only one door out of that cell block, and we've got it covered.
You got 30 seconds, Howland.
Shall we give them the works, Warden? Not yet. You men wait here.
Cover the right wing. You two men watch that door.
You know better than to kill a guard, Deutsch. That means the chair. You can't shoot your way out of here. If you think you can, start with me.
Oh, no, I'm too smart for that. I'm saving you to open the gate.
That gate stays closed.
Okay, Howland, your time's up. You, come here. Come on. Give me the key to that cell block. Come on, give it to me. All right, now get going. There's one of your guards, Howland. Now do you open that gate?
All right, Mac. Blast them out of there.
They got us cornered like rats, Marty. We better give up.
We're not giving up.
Well, we ain't getting anywhere knocking off them guards. I'm gonna let the warden have it.
Don't you dirty rat. That's my old man.
What's the difference? I thought you didn't like him.
I'm not going to stand here and watch you guys kill him.
Let me fix this guy, Marty.
Wait a minute. I guess I didn't convince him with that first guard. So it's your turn next.
Okay, if you want to kill me, if you think it's going to do you any good.
Quit stalling. Come on, get going. Go on.
Guys are sure making me glad I did what I did.
What are you talking about?
I got you into this spot.
What do you mean you got us into this spot?
Purcell was all set to carry out his part of the deal, only I laid him out cold so he couldn't.
Why, you two-timing...
All right, now it's your turn. You go on out there and tell your old man this is his last chance. He better open that gate or else. Come on. You remember I got a gun right in your back. Hold it, boys. That's far enough. Hold it. All right, tell him now.
Go on, tell him to open that gate. All right, you yellow stool pigeon, I'll tell him. Now, you listen to me, Howland. Either you open that gate now or your kid dies.
Don't open it, Dad. I'm not afraid. Don't open it, do you hear? Don't open it!
Dad! Tommy. Oh, Tommy.
Hi, sis. I'm not so smart after all. Dad.
Yes, son.
Dad. I'm sorry for everything.
Tommy.
Me and Bowser is geared up, Warden.
Come out with your hands up.
Where's Dutch?
He says he's going to shoot it out.
Come on, men.
Just a minute, Mac. This is my job. Give me your gun.
All right, you two. Get him out of there.
Come on, get going.
Come on.
The new prisoners are in your office, Warden.
All right, Mac, I'll be right in. You men are now inmates of the state penitentiary. You're expected to obey all the rules and regulations of this institution. The better you behave, the more willingly you work, the easier it'll be for you. We have a reputation of being tough. It's a tough prison. That's up to you. If you want to be tough.
That's all, men. Take them out, Jack.
About face. You men follow me.
Have that lad wait a minute.
Yes, sir. O'Callahan. Warden wants to see you.
Want to see me?
What's your name, son?
Michael Callahan.
They call you Mickey?
Yeah. Almost 18.
Parents alive?
My old man. He don't amount to much, though.
Things have been pretty tough, eh?
Yeah, kinda.
Mickey, I want you to do me a favor. If ever you get in trouble here, need advice, or feel despondent, I want you to come to me about it. Will you do that?
Yeah, sure. Hey, I didn't know the pen was like this. I thought you warden guys was all heels.
No, we're just human beings like everybody else. We live and we learn. We want to help you. We want to do everything we can to make you a useful citizen when you get out of here. That's all.
Thank you, sir.